Grateful but greedy. Grateful but greedy. Shout out to Grateful but greedy. Yeah, shout out my Grateful but greedy homie, man. Funny as hell too, folks. I ain't even going back. Talk about how Chicago was back in 2012 versus now. Okay, Chicago back in 2012, bro, was like the jungle. It was like the jungle. I'm not even gonna lie. It was like the jungle. It was like the best thing you would ever experience in the worst type of situations that you could ever dream of. But it was like so much fun. This with Q50, folk, is wild as hell, folk. And on so many different levels, folk, because for one, folk, I ain't even gonna lie, I really don't with people from Chicago having happen to them out of town, folk, on BD, because I feel like in this city we already surviving and going through so much, folk, that when you go to other cities, folk, I ain't saying you should be able to walk on water, but it be like, bro, like you face enough trial and tribulations, folk, in your own city, and you overcome that. So when you go to other cities, folk, you should be able to maneuver through them. Now I understand Q50 be antagonizing St. Louis, got certain ties, and he be tweaking with and shit, but you know, that's what he do on BD, you know what I'm saying? But it just a lot of this shit, folk, I really don't understand, folk, on BD, and I fuck with St. Louis. Shout out to St. Louis, folk. They like that out there, folk. You know what I'm saying? But some of the ways some of them went about this whole situation, folk, I wish that they had some big homies or some that was in their ear that can like really just let them know, like, man, folk, like, we ain't need to move like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was in this type of limbo in 2012. We was on the block every day, but we was rich though. Like, yeah, we had the who played the block, but if you was a real official member, for it was like you was living a double life. You was in the trench, but you would probably be somewhere at a show with Keith or Dirk or Reese or Fredo, and we can, bask in the glory of playing both sides, experiencing like fame and fortune, but also trench and like experience the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Like we was doing that, like it was like a breath of fresh air. But at the same time, it was going down still. Like, it was going down the most. I'm talking about drill hard every day. Gunshots. You either going to give them out or you going to receive them. Like, every day in my hood, if we weren't sending shots, we was ducking all that shit. Like, you was going to hear gun smoke, like, every day. I ain't going to lie. Like, no doubt. I don't even want to try to compromise and say maybe every other day. Nah, I feel like it was that every day, like back. It was that you had to really be on your P's and Q's, and it was like it was treacherous. I ain't gonna lie, but we was in a space where we had a lot of motion too. Let's do this shit a different type of way, folks. That's how I be wishing certain shit be happening, folks, because how I be feeling, folks, is like a lot of shit, folks. You don't want to create a space where you didn't your own life and freedom up for, first of all, a that's not even from your city. You've been warned and getting away with all this shit with you doing shit from your own city because you got real reasons. But then you around and throw your life away over from out of town. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's never really smart, bro. Especially as street, bro. We all put in so much time, effort, and energy into already doing enough up shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and you getting away with a lot of this shit, folks. You know what I'm saying? So don't bring that karma back around, folks. You know what I'm saying? When you try to do some shit to from out of town and get booked. Because I feel like it hurt way worse on BD. It's like killing ops and getting away with it, and then you kill an innocent bystander, and then you book. Now you in jail fighting a body on a girl or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit hurt way worse. I know that's in jail I ain't gonna say they was cool with the shit, but it was like, bro, they caught one of them and fucked them over, folks. They got caught, but it's like, man, even though they trying to get home, it's like they could sleep better at night knowing they stood on business to avenge they brothers that's dead or in they hood that like shit like that, bro. When you go to jail for killing innocent bystanders and shit, it kind of be like, damn, folks, on BD, you know? Like, damn, bro, what the you know, like, so since I got on the Cowboys hat, let's get into some Cowboy news. So Michael Parsons just requested a trade from the Cowboys. So I don't even want to really talk about the trade request, but I do want to talk about this. Jerry Jones, bro, you have a serious problem. I'm not gonna even lie to you. Every off season, we got to go through this with you, bro. Every off season, and it's so annoying because you make these go through this shit, bro, and then you end up paying them. You end up paying them, bro. You pay them all the money, and you end up paying more than what you probably had to pay if you would have had to pay if you'd have signed them earlier, bro. We was experiencing a lot of things that, you know, people that, you know, it was just like, wow. You feel me? It was a time. You feel me? It definitely was a time. Now it's just like, you know, it's a lot of acting going on. A lot of like, I feel like now ain't even as dangerous as it was back in 2012. Like, I feel like it was way more dangerous and very, it was violent back then. I ain't gonna even lie. Now it's just like violent on the net. Like if y'all went off social media, it looked very violent. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I say it's not as violent, it's still a lot of murders happening. You know what I'm saying? But 2012 was the year that we made Chiraq. Like that name came and it hasn't left. It came the year that we started smoking more than it was getting killed in Iraq. You know what I'm saying? Like we realized 2012, y'all gotta look it up. Like we killed more here than that died over there. You feel me? Like, and don't get me wrong, the murders done went up since then. It's probably like 500-600 at that time in 2012, but it was like seasonal murders back then. Like you would like most of them murders was coming from one season, like the summer of 2012. Was getting their ass stepped on. Like it was bodies everywhere. Like before them, I ain't gonna lie. The winter bodies everywhere. Like this shit was everywhere. I ain't gonna lie, for I was seeing this shit everywhere. Did you smoke crack?
Hey, somebody grab this wood, folks.
I remember the blizzard came in like 2012. For them grade, the most snow ever been hitting the rack. It was blood all over the snow in this hood. Was getting caught out of bounds, getting their ass left in the snow. No cap. This shit was like a real, like a movie for like, I'm talking about, man, I'm talking about sometimes I used to wake up in the trench and I'd be like, boy, this bitch look scary on phone. This bitch look like it's finna be belt to ass, boy. I swear to God. Then, like, I ain't gonna even lie, folk. Seeing all the lives and shit that they had going on and shit like that, folk, I was sad for them, folk. On BD, whoever was going live and talking about that shit and fake claiming it and all that. I'm like, damn, I wish they didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't be wanting to hem they souls up on Steve. I don't be wanting that, bro. I don't be wanting that at all for bro. I don't be wanting to like, you know, like I don't be wanting to ever folk put they sales in the blender, folk. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't be wanting that, folk. Like it's one thing for you to, you know, the police to come grab you and do their job, but like for you to like make your own bed, folk, I hate that for you, folk. You know what I'm saying? You end up having to pay these way more than what you would have had to pay. You make Dak Prescott. You make CeeDee Lamb. You make Micah Parsons, bro. Wait for their money when they deserved it. Now, and look, I'm not the biggest Dak Prescott fan. But at the end of the day, bro, when you got like Trevor Lawrence getting paid as soon as he can be paid, Dak Prescott got to get paid. CeeDee Lamb, one of the best receivers in football, 1,700 yard season, and you playing with these money, bro. Micah Parsons, I don't even know what the you need to see from him. Why are you playing with this man? This is Micah Parsons, bro. A disgruntled Michael Parsons, bro. You're not going to do anything without him, bro. Especially when you didn't get the right, folks. Like, I never seen a day where so many people brag about not killing the right folk. And it'd be like, but, bro, like,
I ain't gonna lie, folk. If I go and we bounce out on the mother, folk, and we let off a bunch of shots and we slide with 5.56s and 7.62s and all of that shit, bro, and we don't up that we supposed to up, and instead we up a whole bunch of people who didn't have nothing, didn't deserve any of this shit. Well, I'm not getting on the internet for 2-3 weeks. I'm going 0 dark 30 like LeBron on 4 them grade. Like, I'm going 0 dark 30, folks. I'm not hopping on the net claiming that shit that finna hop on live and troll us for not killing them.
But nah, don't get me wrong, it's still dangerous, still hectic out here. It's just a lot of move front in it for the wrong reasons. Like back then, even though the clout was coming, that was in the streets, we was in it wholeheartedly. We weren't doing that for the clout. That was the circumstances and situations we was in. Now they're doing it because they know it's a name. They know it's something come with that. You know what I'm saying? They know it's some extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but back then it was like that was drilling. You drill because you wanted to drill, not because you thought clout or money might come behind it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be doing everything for the wrong reason. That's why I be a lot of goofy shit going on, man.
Like, I'm just sick of the theatrics. I feel like Jerry Jones, bro, wanna be the face, the talk of the town so bad that he drags out negotiations so it could be a story every day. Every day you're gonna have First Things First, First Take, all the sports podcasts, Sports Center, ESPN, FS1, everybody, Colin Cowherd, all these people gonna be talking about the Cowboys every day. And it ain't because of y'all winning games, y'all doing anything great, big free agent signings, none of that. It's always because you. It's always you, bro. You a attention-seeking ass owner, bro. I don't know no owner who do press conferences after every game like he's suited up for the game. You talk more than every owner that ever owned a team in all of sports, bro. Literally. You got your own sports radios you gonna talk on every week. I'm tired of hearing you talking. You know what I'm saying? He finna hop on that bitch and do all type of shit on Steve Gray, you know, like. So at the end of the day, folks, I'm not the type of folk who finna be just overclaiming some shit when we ain't get it done on fooling them. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even think that's smart, folks, especially when it's famous and you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a lot, folks. I ain't even gonna lie, folks. Like, I feel like gotta park that shit, folks, on Steve. Gotta park that shit, folks. Like, you can't be around this bitch just super thirsty to claim some shit where y'all didn't get the right info on Lil Steve, bro, because y'all finna get all the bad karma for it already. Then y'all putting the people on y'all phone. Y'all gonna be booked for shooting some girls or shooting some old ladies or, you know, shit like that, folks, on Lil Steve, bro. Like, you don't want that type of smoke, folks. Then you say dumb shit like you want to antagonize your players. You taking shots at Micah. You taking shots at CD. You taking shots at Dak. I'm tired of it, bro. You 80-something, 81, finna be 82, whatever the you is, and you always trying to steal the show. You don't gotta steal the show, bro. You the owner of America's team. Damn, it's already a show. It's already eyes, ears, media coverage, publicity. It's already there. Why do you feel like you gotta even siphon even more from the shit is beyond me. I don't get it. It's almost like you own the Jacksonville Jaguars or something. You trying to figure out ways to put more headlines and spotlight on your team. You don't need it, bro.
I always tell me, I don't get no pads in like Monopoly. Your ass probably in Greece somewhere typing this shit. You don't even got no ops, bro. Like, be for real with yourself, bro. Get passes all the time in this shit. Don't let none of these rapping ass that ain't never did shit make you think this ain't getting no passes, boy.
You own the most publicized, media covered. Y'all get all the great time slots. Y'all playing all the prime time games on TV. Y'all get the most games on TV in prime time every season, and y'all have not went to the NFC title game in 30 years. Going to the Super Bowl and winning it. Y'all have not went past the second round in 30 years. And every season, y'all get the most publicity, the most primetime games, the most TV games, all of that, bro. I'm tired, bro. You don't need any more coverage. And especially negative coverage, bro. Bro, shut the up and pay the... Your team is worth more than every other team in all of football. You one of the richest owners in the NFL. We don't need it, bro. Please get the on. Stop being a media baddie all the time. Damn.
Can you talk about growing up so close to the ops? Did the ops know where y'all stay and the impact on y'all on a day to day? Yeah, so pretty much if you really live in the hood, like dudes, ops gonna know where you stay. Like when I stayed on Indiana in the Corway, like that's why every time I moved in the hood, like I like the guys played while I stayed. Like when we was clicked up with SKD and I was living on 56 and King Drive, like when I used to come to the hood, come to the crib from school or from even practicing at Washington Park Redskins, like my homies, I stayed across the street from the courts. My homies used to be there every day. When I got out of school, when I walked to the crib, got in the shower, come right across the street, folks them was there. Like everywhere I moved in the hood, my homies played them corners. Like they ain't even like that was the block we played on when we was outside. Like when I moved after we got kicked out right there, folks them ended up breaking into the neighbor's crib right across the hall from us, and the camera caught them coming out of our crib and going to their shit. They kicked me right out, kicked us right out. We moved on 61st Indiana in the Corway. And you know, once the name over ring and all the guys knowing who stayed there, all the ops know who stayed there. But it's like, when you come out my Corway, bro, it's 2600 there. It's 20 Front Street there across the street. 50 guns out here. Like, you pull up, you can know where I stay, but you gonna die. You gonna die. You gonna score on a suicide mission coming right here. It's like pulling up to the heart of my block on while 50 years out there thinking you gonna catch me. Man, y'all gonna catch these slugs, boy.
So this shit with Domo, man. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I'm gonna be 100 for like, it was up. I'm gonna be 100 with y'all for like, I'm gonna get a little vulnerable right now for, but that shit was up for like. And before I even speak on the like just the day that shit happened, let me clear some shit up. So I've been seeing a lot of people make up shit. Oh, bro was at a block party. Bro was trying to get some bitches and all of this shit. None of that is true. On Steve, none of that is true. I ain't even gonna say what happened because I don't even want to be starting shit and shit or like putting everybody in the business. This shit gonna happen in the field. But on Steve Gray, it wasn't none of that. What tried to make up? Oh, he was at a block party. Oh, he was with some hoes. He was chasing some bitches. None to do with none of that. It wasn't by the ops. It wasn't like, oh, he got caught and them up about such and such or about something. It was nothing at all to do with none of that on LA Gray. Nothing. So at the end of the day, you know, a lot of shit we act like we don't see. We be seeing it though. We be seeing it, folks. On Steve, it just be little shit. But that shit with Domo, folks, was crazy, folks. I ain't even gonna lie, folks. I got the call, folks. And no funny shit, folks. I was on the toilet taking a shit, right? And I seen folks' picture, folks, come across Instagram, folks. And I ain't gonna lie, folks. I'm thinking it's folks posting a picture on Steve. I'm thinking it's folks posting a picture, folks. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm like, all right, cool, folks. Read the shit. It was from like Chicago Hits or somebody, folks, on BD. It was like from somebody on phone, you know? It was from like somebody or some shit, folks. It was from like Squid Ape or Chiraq Killer Noise, one of them pages, folks. And on BD, I get that RP. Man, you, folks. I'm on the toilet taking the shit off, and I'm on this phone, folks. This phone that I'm streaming off, it was on the charger in the kitchen, folks. I hear my shit ringing. Right before I see Domo picture on Instagram, I hear my phone ringing. Now, imagine my phone is on D&D 24/7. My phone only rings if somebody in my favorites is calling, folks, on BD. You know what I'm saying? So when phone them called, that was Trigger calling me, folks. Trigger in my favorites. So I instantly wipe my ass on phone. I wipe my ass on phone them, go shoot to my other phone, folks. Trigger called me on BD. I get on the phone, folks. He tell me like, "Folks, they killed Domo, folks." I'm like, "Folks, where you at, folks?" He like, "I'm out here right now, folks." Folks' body still out here. Mind you, Domo got killed at 5:30 in the morning, folks. His body was still out there to 10 o'clock. Folks' body was still out there at 10 o'clock. Mind you, he got killed 3 blocks away from a police station, folks. He got killed on 67th and Cottage. It's a police station on 71st and Cottage. I know this, folks, because that's the police station for my hood. That's the 3rd District Police Station, folks. And they used to be on our ass every day, all day, bothering us about everything else. But a motherfucker died 3 blocks away from y'all precinct and folks' body out there for 5 hours, folks.
All I knew I stayed. Every crib I had in the hood knew I stayed. But what you gonna do? I'm talking about every time I step out my door, it's 20 of the guys right here. I'm Steve every time. And when I moved, that's when I say, every time I move 100 steps like a centipede, boy, when I used to move through the hood, boy, Steve, we was marching, boy, folks in them grave. Because I'm only hanging where we hang. I ain't hanging where beat missiles and beat not hanging. We playing this block, boy, we really outside. Came through that bitch one day, it was ugly for his ass on Steve.
That shit blew me, folks. And when I pulled up, folks, it wasn't even 10, it wasn't even 9. It was probably like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I pulled up, folks. All the guys there, folks. They was just pulling up. We was all just pulling up, folks. And mind you, folks, that shit, I went and seen folks' body on BD. When I pulled up, the police had that shit blocked off and shit. But they had yellow tape. We was all kind of close to the body, but they had it blocked off, like the tape around, like, well, you couldn't really walk up. They was letting the immediate family walk up. So when I pull up, I walk right over there to where his mama and Thang and Trigger and Christian and all of them was standing at. On BD, his girl, all of them was standing right there. So the police tried to stop me and shit. And Domo and Trigger and them dead. He tell them like, no, that's my son. Woo woo. They get on the police ass and shit on BD. So I'm standing right there. I see folks on LA grade, like, see them, folks. They was just finna start moving them, folks. They put them on a stretcher, folks, put the black bag over them for him, put them in the car and rolled off, folks. Then the fire department came and cleaned all the blood off, folks. That shit just hit me, folks. I ain't even gonna lie, folks. This life should be real, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this life should be real, folks, on LA grade, folks. When they pulled off, folks, when the fire department pulled off, folks, we went right there and stood exactly where he got killed. That folks' blood was still right there, folks.
It do be crazy though, you feel me? Because like, not to even like get off my high horse or try to like humble myself, you feel me? Because to do it, they'll still try to lamp on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that really like feel like they can catch it or they can make it happen, they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say like I was just like, not worried about it, because I did. Some days, I had to come outside and it won't be this busting and it won't be as many of the guys there, and the nigga probably think they'll try something or try to think they'll do something. And I'm thankful it's nothing ever really happened like that. But growing up so close, that's why I feel like shit got so hectic where we from, because we was so close. Like I said, like I don't even blame the ops for becoming ops, because our quarters was so close. Like you could be hanging on the same street when you 10 years old, and when it's time for you to start gang banging, bro, you gonna end up on the left side of the street or the right side of the street, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, real talk. Like, so when we went our separate ways, some went on that side, some went on that side. Like, no cap. Told y'all we share a whole street. Like, all our ops, because it's borders. Like, you gotta, whatever your hood stop at is where they hood gotta start. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you always end up sharing a certain store with an op, or being in close quarters, you know what I'm saying, in certain areas where it's like, it's risky. So it's like, that just used to be a thing. Like, you feel me? Like, you could stay in your little box, but when you start going to them borders, man, run into somebody crazy, you know what I'm saying, and it'd get ugly. So it was definitely like one of those things. I think that's why there was so much shooting going on too, because we was just all in walking distance. If you wanted to limp on the crib, go drill, you go drill and get back all the way back to your block before the police hit the scene. Be that close.
Like, you know, a little bit of his blood was still right there for on the street, for that shit really was real, for seeing M-Thing mama, for M-Thing mama had 5 or 6 sons, for she got 2 now. She done buried multiple sons, for M-Thing and Trigger had hella brothers, for just them 2 now. They got 1 sister, bro. She done watched 3 of her brothers die. I mean, just buried 3, 4 of her brothers, bro. And that shit was real, bro. They mama was out there crying so bad, bro. I felt so sorry for Mama Tammy, folk. Like, that shit made me sad as hell. I ain't even gonna lie, folk. That shit made me sad as hell. I ain't even gonna lie, folk. I was like, damn, folk. I hope I don't never want to put my mama through this, bro. Like, it just put me in a bad position, folk. Cause it's like, as she was crying, I could hear the hurt, the pain in her cry. Like, she buried her sons already. She been doing good, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, this shit just didn't happen to her again, folk. They did, he was, I could tell he was grieving on the inside, but on the outside, he was acting like it didn't phase him. For I know whenever he went where he went for, I know that shit broke Big Chris down, folk. And that shit just made me so sad. Like, man, I can't put my father through this. Nigga, Domo's son was out there. And the look on his face, folk, it's just like, this is what turns shorties up, folk. And man, Damo's son, like 11 or 12, folk. This is what pushed niggas into that route you don't want them to go in, bro. That shit was, it was just such a bad situation, folk. I ain't even gonna lie, it was weird all over, folk. It was weird all over, folk. Like, it put me in a fucked up position because I was grieving for myself and I felt like I was grieving for them. You know what I'm saying? Seeing them out there, folk, and all of them out there like that, folk. I'm just like, damn, folk, you know? R.I.P. my homie, folk. I ain't even gonna lie, folk. Me and Domo was just outside every day together. That was my Get Wild crew, folk. Like, folks was one of them niggas, folk. Like, he know how to set the table like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he come outside, I don't gotta buy pills, liquor, nothing, folks. He folks. Tell you want a piece, he want me to get high with him, folks. He want us all to be fried and tweaking together, folks. Like, it's never a dull moment with folks, folks. And I'm just happy that I got a chance to just be with folks as much as we was just together, folks, and have as much fun as we was just having, folks, on Lil Steve grade. Cause you just never know. You never know, folks. Like, if you watching this, folk, call your friends. Tell your people how much you love them, bro. Hang with your people, folk. Like, go out when you don't want to go out sometimes, folk. Enjoy that company with your people. You never know when you going to see them again, folk. You know what I'm saying? You never know what's going to happen when y'all leave from each other, folk. Like, try to make as many memories with your people as you can, man, because you just never know, folk. Like, that's why I move how I am now, because I feel like any nigga that survived this shit, and I'm from the project, so me surviving shit ain't even start when y'all knew who I was, nigga. I've been surviving shit since I was born. I was born sick, nigga. I was born. My mama was pregnant with me after she had Mina and was on the shot. I wasn't even supposed to be here. I've been fighting since before I was born. I fought to be born, you know, for him. I fought to be born.
Hey, somebody grab this wood, folks.
Man, what the fuck? Did I smoke crack? Grateful but greedy. Grateful but greedy. Shout out to Grateful but greedy. Yeah, shout out my Grateful but greedy homie, man. Funny as hell too, folks. I ain't even gonna back. So Lil Steve was actually one of them people, man, who not even actually from the block. You know, like when I say that, I mean like in my hood, where I'm from, I grew up there. Like me, D Rose, 22, M Thang, Buka, like we all been in that area. We grew up in that area. We played in that area since before 600 came about or any BD gangbang and shit. We was there prior to all that. You know what I'm saying? Lil Steve was a different type of guy. And what's so crazy is, but between the time Lil Steve moved to the hood and the time that he died, he was probably only hanging around us a year, a little bit over a year. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot, like Lil Steve really wasn't even from the block long. If we like talking about, as far as the legacy he was able to leave behind, like he wasn't even on the block that long to even be as official as he is. But because of the guy he was and the type of nigga he was in the streets, he hit the ground running so fast, man. It was like he was doing so much in the little time he was in our area, man. We couldn't do nothing but respect Lil Steve. Like, he was just that gangster, that treacherous, that savage, that much of a bug, man. Like, so now, shout out to Fetty. Is Mimo tougher than Lil Steve? No. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't trying to be messy, but Lil Steve he was a different type of nigga, bro. Y'all gotta remember, bro. Lil Steve died when he was 14 years old. I know we talk about Lil Steve like he 30 or made it into his late teens or early 20s, man. Shorty was a different nigga in 7th, 8th grade. Like, he was just different, bro. Some niggas just born wired crazy how they is, bro. In 1 year, he moved to the block in 10 and died in 11. He became a legend in our hood in a year or a year and a half, man. Lil Steve died when he was 14 years old. Lil Steve died when he was 14 years old. We was 14 when Lil Steve died, man. So I'm gonna tell y'all how I met Lil Steve. So Lil Steve moved in the hood and transferred to my school, which was Betsy Ross. All the guys went to the Ross. He transfers in. He's in my class. So when he transfer in, me. I'm always the one I gotta screen niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Cause niggas be transferring in, and this like we gang banging. That so it's like you transferring in. I gotta see who you is, what you on, where you from. Like, gotta really see what's to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he already giving off that vibe. Like he over tough. Like it wasn't even on no I beat one of you niggas ass type tough. It was kind of like, yeah, I'm the new nigga in school, and I know how niggas be about new niggas. So he walking around that bitch like giving off that vibe, like, yeah, I know motherfucker be thinking they could get on the new nigga ass. He ready to tweet with a motherfucker. So me, he transfer in. He ain't trying to introduce himself to nobody. He ain't trying to, get to know niggas or nothing. He in the classroom. He to himself. So then we go to the bathroom. You feel me? They line class up. Everybody, we in the bathroom. There's a line. They got the boy line, girl line. You know how it is in elementary. So now, it's the perfect time. It's the perfect time for me to like try to screen him a little bit. You feel me? Man, I call myself trying to, check his temperature while we was in the line waiting. Lil Steve was a tall little nigga, man. We wasn't shit but like 14, 13 years old. We was like 13 years old in school, but this Steve was tall as fuck. He was taller than some of our teachers, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I try to screen him and shit. He fake like try to get tough in the line. I'm what? On front of my mind, don't worry about it. I'm on your ass in the bathroom. You feel me? Like I already it's finna be that in the bathroom. So now I'm going to the bathroom. I'm trying to take my time, waiting to come up in there, waiting for him to come. I'm thinking this nigga ain't. I'm like he ain't gonna come in here. He already know what time it is. Now he wasn't taller than Manny. He wasn't that. He wasn't in Manny's stratosphere, but he was just tall for a 13-year-old little boy. You know what I'm saying? Like this 8th grade, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he was tall as hell in the line with all the rest of the 8th graders. So now when he come in the bathroom, I'm like, oh, it's that how he checked in. When he come in, Mr. Newton came in behind him. It was our teacher. Mr. Newton ain't play no games, so you feel me? You know what? You got your pass.
So then it steady kept like in the midst. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get to him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna get to him one of these days in the week. And it just kept he kept meeting me to sum it up. He kept meeting me with that same like emotion, like nigga I ain't doing none of that. So it's like I had to start approaching Lil Steve different, folks, because I wasn't even like I don't want to fight you with none of that gang. But really, like me, you just came into school, gang. I can't be just letting you walk through this bitch. We gotta figure out who you is. Like, we gotta figure out like what's to you. Is you a op? Is you your cousin one of them niggas? Is you GD? Like, we gotta figure this out. So I'm trying to screen a nigga, but he ain't trying to do no talking about where he from and do all that checking in type of. Cause it's some pussy shit behind a nigga confront you and you explain yourself to a nigga and a little nigga like Lil Steve, he not drawing off none I'm saying really like. So it turned from me trying to really like screen him to me like, man, look, this nigga he's somebody motherfucker need to have on the squad with us. Like he ain't playing them games. You know what I'm saying? So it ended up developing from a relationship where it was like animosity or it was finna be that, you know what I'm saying, until like, man, I respect his gangster, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lil Steve, like he a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Gangsters recognize gangsters, gang. Okay, I see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So now it get to a point where he hanging. He get in cahoots with Lil D, Blast 9, all them through the school too. We don't even know Mimo yet. Like we don't know him yet. You feel me? He older. He going to Morgan Park or some high school or something. You feel me? He ain't in the picture yet. You feel me? We don't know him. But Lil Steve, we at school him every day. He come to school on milk. Oh, like man, you for like everything we did bad, we did it after school or before school until Lil Steve transferred in, man. Lil Steve was a nigga who really liked to jump people gates. Like, you feel me? Like, Lil Steve was a nigga, man. He was a lick hitter. At 13 years old, shorty halt everything how he thought about he wanted to hit a stain. Lil Steve came in, and in 1 year he was going to the roast, man. His ass was in that bitch. We in gym. Everybody loved this. Everybody in 8th grade loved gym. This is our sweetest class. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all like taking this time to chill, hoop, do something fun. Cause we tired of being in classes and math doing all that. So we taking this jump here to do some fun shit we ain't did. This nigga Steve, he'll be where everybody playing. He somewhere finding a gym teacher, he staying him for his phone. Lil Steve was one of the first niggas who taught the block that phones was something niggas could make money off of. He coming that bitch, everybody in class cooling. Lil Steve around this bitch, he hitting the capers. Got the motherfucker gym teacher looking for his phone, salty, walking up and down the building, folk thinking he left his phone in this class upstairs. He never came across the phone. I'm phoning Lil Steve at school, nigga. We in that bitch on the computers, folk. We had computer class for our first time we had computer class, and the next time we had computer class, computers was missing. The school was in our hood. This nigga coming to school when the school down up there hitting the school for their computers, taking them business and popping them off. He was a lick hitter, man. Like Lil Steve ain't getting no fuck about nothing. He hitting the stain. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh damn, Lil Steve ruthless. Like in school, he hitting capers, man. He getting down on the teachers, on the principal, everybody, nigga. For them grade, boy. Lil Steve, he bringing pipe to school and everything, man. Like, Lil Steve was 13 years old, jumping niggas' gates for all type of shit, man. For them grade, man. Lil Steve was hitting niggas for they pipes, man. Lil Steve was 13 years old with a shotty. A shotty, man. He got down on a nigga and took his shotty. Imagine a 13-year-old kid in 8th grade with a shotty, man. Walking around this bitch, Inky D blew that bitch on the back of his porch. It was a chair behind him. On phone him, the shotty put him in the seat. Lil Steve really liked that, folks. Man, I told you he moved to the hood when we was in 8th grade and he died my freshman year. So all this I'm telling you about, this was in a 12 to 15, 16 month span.
You feel me? Like, Lil Steve came to the hood and made noise immediately, right? So now it got to a point like month or two go by at school, he on the block with us now. You feel me? Like, he on the block with us now. He in his shit, nigga. Like, in his shit heavy, folk. Like, toting pipes, hitting stains, doing all that. You feel me? Like, we telling them like, "For yeah, you one of the guys. You from the six. He on milk on $0. I'm not 600. Ooh, he telling them for straight to our face. I'm not 600. I love y'all. I'm out here with y'all. I'm not from y'all block. Feel me? Like, and Lil Steve just, I don't know why, bro. We all wanted him. We all claimed him, and he was just like, nigga, I'm from the hundreds, but y'all the guys, nigga. You feel me? Like, that hood he moved out of when he came to the block, he still was claiming them till he died. To the day he died, he was claiming them. On phone him, he ain't never claimed 600. Any nigga from my hood tell you Lil Steve claimed 600, he lying. You feel me? We claimed him. So now it get to a point the war kick off. We out there turn. And Lil Steve, he bad, folks. Like, he bad. Now it's busting with MOB. Like we get into it with MOB. Now, Lil Steve, he on they ass. On for them, he on Lil Steve ass, folks. I mean, Lil Steve on MOB ass, right? So now the beef up. We into it with Scrapp and them already. When the beef was up, Scrapp didn't live in our hood, man, before the beef went on. When we got into it, MOB, Scrapp moved to the hood. Scrapp moved. It was like, you know, I remember I told you on my last live, MOB and our hoods, they close quarters. Our hoods start where they hoods start, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So Scrapp moved past the lines, like not the borderline of our hood. He moved in our hood, like he moved in some place he wasn't supposed to be. And guess where he moved across the street from? D-Rose. Yes. Scrapp moved on 60th and right between Indiana and Michigan. And across the street was D-Rose crib. D-Rose stayed in the cream building. Lil Brand, Scrapp moved into the building that was right across from the cream building. Him and D-Rose could see each other out of their buildings, folks. You know who another op I was close to? Scrapp. Scrapp from MOB. Scrapp from MOB was my fucking homie before all this shit went down, man. Like, Scrapp, you know, we met Scrapp because Mac, you know, I was rapping about like, we was up at Carter, had to fight to work out differences. And way back when, right? Carter is the op grade school. Like, all the guys, we was going to Betsy Ross and shit. And we weren't even in tour with MOB at the time. It's like, this was some school shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Carter and Betsy Ross just as schools. Like, if you came from this school, you didn't fuck with niggas that went to that school. Like, that's just how it was. I don't know why, I can't explain why, but we was real live getting it busting with Carter. Like, we ain't fuck with them niggas from down the street. This shit crazy because literally they was on, I shit was on 60th and Wabash. They shit was on like 58th in Michigan, but it's really Wabash. They shit really on Wabash too because they school is on Wabash, but you know, they front of their school is on Michigan side. So it's like, our shit really on Wabash, 60th and 58th from Wabash. We used to walk down there. They'd come down there, blow BB guns and shit at us. For one time, they brought a BB gun to school. We was getting bust. We going to their school, fighting, taking their hoes, all type of shit. Feel me? But in the middle of all this nigga Mac going to Carter while we doing. It's like he from our, because like Mac lived in 6253 South Michigan. He stayed in our hood. He was from our way. But at the same time, he went to Carter with these niggas. I don't know for what reason this man skipped Betsy Ross. Because if you come from his crib, you got to go to the Ross first to even get to Carter. So for whatever reason, this man went to Carter. He went to Carter with all them op-ass niggas that grew up into ops. Literally, Mac was this close to being MOB. I kid you not. Makado, yes. Free Mac, 50 up. He was this close to being GD and MOB because he was with them every day. You know, it wasn't no far-fetched idea. I mean, we first got into it with them. We was fake contemplating like how Mac was gonna come. Motherfucker getting that boy. You know, this my cousin, so it's like at the end of the day, at this time, I'm like, hell nah. We gotta give Mac some time, bro. That's a real member. We can't treat him like no goofy folk. We can't act like he's just a throwaway. We gotta let folks come around or pick a side for real, but we can't act like we gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like we can't play with Mac like that. But anyway, on King Day, folks. So Mac, at this point in time, before we bumping heads really with them and shit, it was a couple niggas that was like, even though we was fighting their scores, it was a couple third ass niggas. Scrapp was one of them. Like when we was going to the motherfucking Boys and Girls Club that was in our hood. It was a Boys and Girls Club right in our hood. You feel what I'm saying? Man, Mac bringing folks with him. Scrapp, nigga, we picking Scrapp up and pick up games 5-on-5. Scrapp playing against us, folks. You feel what I'm saying? Scrapp playing against us. He winning games, busting motherfuckers' ass, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he doing all type of raw ass shit. I ain't gonna lie, he was raw as hell at basketball, folks. And we was fucking with him. You feel me? We was fucking with Scrapp. We was fucking with him, huh? You know what I'm saying? He'd come up there. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't no bitch, Scrapp wasn't no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker get into it with him on the court. He getting on that like, he was like, bro, we fuck with you, but damn, you tweaking with fuck, then we gonna stump you. But we wasn't even on that with Scrapp. We fuck with Shorty. We was fuck with Scrapp.
Yeah, Bibbs, he said, was you there at the recreational center when the 600 got into it with Scrapp because he was busty out ass in basketball and Mama Duck came through like a wrecking ball destroying shit? No, that's not what happened on BD. That was not what happened, folks, on BD. Who said that was even what happened before I even say what happened on BD? Who said that? That's because it was kind of because he be woofing, not because niggas just was sore losers. It's like he busting your ass and woofing at you on BD like, weak ass nigga, woo, 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 what the man, I just dropped 10 on your ass, woo, what? He doing shit to motherfuckers, yeah, weak ass nigga. Like, Scrapp ass used to be woofing, bro. It wasn't all that. Niggas trying to make us, oh, he was just busting niggas' ass and niggas was just hating. No. How many bitch ass niggas I'ma beat after you scoring me, bro? How many weak ass little boys I'ma beat once you do a step back fade away in my face? And we fuck with you, so why is you woofing at niggas anyway? He out here dropping 30 on motherfuckers, talking hella crazy. Like, bitch, you could go back over there with dude them from Carter doing all that. You know, you can hear a little fervor on the nigga voice when the nigga just, ooh, bitch ass. That was a little too much on that bitch, boy, on for them. Like, you know, when you jump with the you high bitch ass on bro, it's like you brush the bitch off, you know what I'm saying? But when you do a hard, that, what's on your mind, bro, on BD? You know what I'm saying? Because that bitch where it was a bitch ass, boy, like, what the fuck was all that? What was that? Man, you kind of mug too, like a little arrow, bitch ass. The fuck, hold on, nigga. All that, hey, you know what you know, folks, on BD. And Scrapp used to be doing that little one, folks. Scrapp used to be, Scrapp used to be tough as hell, bro. Niggas supposed to bend tap folks muffin on BD, folks. He used to be tough as hell, folks. But niggas loved them, folks. Like, I ain't gonna lie, niggas love Scrapp, folks. Scrapp used to be woofing, folks, on BD, folks. You like really had to smack Scrapp, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, he love you though, but like he'll turn up on you, folks. Like, you'll have to match his aggression with aggression. You will be caught off guard a little bit. Like, I'm telling you, G, like, niggas will be hooping with Scrapp. He'll just be. And I don't want to seem like he used to just be tweaking, but sometimes I've seen it enough. I was around him enough to see it multiple times. Like, he be having his savage turned on BD, folks.
Now we got smoke. So Scrap Daddy walked to our hood. And he kept doing this. He kept doing it often. Like, he'll do it often. Scrap Daddy will walk to our block. We 13, 14-year-old shorties. He'll walk to our hood and beg us to not kill Lil Brian. He used to beg us to stop being in tour with Shorty and them. He ain't want Lil Brian to die. Lil Brian Daddy used to walk to our hood at least once every week and ask my niggas not, please, before his son died. They said Scrap Daddy said I'm capping. Scrap Daddy DM me on the gram before, and I ain't even I forgot to DM him back. Somebody DM me his Instagram or something, man. Cause I don't do no capping. He know I ain't capping about no shit like that, boy. I don't even cap about that type of shit. I just seen a video with Vernie saying he was calling them, telling them not to do nothing to Rooga, and I believed it because that's the shit he used to do when we was kids, when we was in tour with his son. He used to try to get niggas off that. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame him. Like, that's your son, gang. You don't gotta be ashamed of being a father, but don't say niggas capping. Like, that ain't no capping ass shit. I don't cap. Yeah, don't even put that out there like I'm capping, because you know.
But yeah, little Scrap did. He was walk to the hood and beg us not to kill his son on phone him. Yes, he used to beg us not to kill that man. So now, Lil Steve, he involved though. Like Lil Steve ain't trying to hit it with them niggas, man. Like Lil Steve, he out here 10 toes with this shit. What's going on? Fast forward in the school year, we all in and out of school now. You feel what I'm saying? We in and out. We on the block. We messing with little school. We going to wars, all that. Lil Steve, we pulling hella capers. Hella capers through the hood. Everybody getting their shit took, ran in and everything. If Lil Steve out here. A 13-year-old little boy got everybody terrified out here, folks. You feel me? So now, it get to a point, fast forward, this is the next year. It's 2011 now. Shit go up, Baldy get killed. So Baldy get killed. Now remember I told you, Scrapp, he moved across the street. He was staying across the street from D Rose. But niggas could never catch Shorty coming in or out that crib. You could never catch niggas coming in and out that crib. So now, Lil Steve, because Lil Steve crazy, y'all. Like, a lot of people don't know, Lil Steve, like, when he transferred to our school, we used to have, like, 3 or 4 different classes when we was in 8th grade. One of his classes, he went to a class, he went to a class that was basically an LD class for mentally challenged people. Like, Lil Steve had it all the way there, but he was a bug. I don't think he was mentally challenged, but he was in the mentally challenged class. You feel me? Like, in 8th grade, it was something that wasn't all the way right about Lil Steve, because he was a bug, folks. You feel me? Like, low end 49. Why was he on Scrap Hills that tough, and was Rooga out there? I'm gonna answer the last question first. I don't remember Rooga. I don't never remember seeing Rooga, or never remember none. I ain't never had no smoke with Rooga. You feel me? I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't about his credibility or nothing. But when this was going on, I never heard nothing about Rooga. Scrap was out here. We had real smoke with him. But I'm finna actually get into it. Why he was on Scrap top like that. So now, you know, Steve, he a bug. It's to a point now where, you feel me, folks them died. He like, nah, fuck that, nigga. That bitch ass nigga steady trying to get his son say they just kill folks. Man, Lil Steve walked to that nigga crib and put slugs all through that bitch. No cap. Went to the Scrap crib, put slugs all through that motherfucker on phone now. Feel me? Like, he real live. No talking, no nothing. He walked right over there. Put slugs all through that bitch. He put slugs all through Scrap crib. No cap. He lit that bitch up like a Christmas tree. Lil Steve wanna play. He said, fuck it, we can't never catch this bitch ass nigga coming out the crib. His daddy wanna keep walking over here and try to call P Streets. Nah, man, they done killed folk. Something to go on. Man, he walked the Blood Bride crib, man, and put slugs in that motherfucker, man. He say, I don't give a fuck who in there. This nigga Lil Steve was crazy, man. He ain't get no fuck. He got tired of waiting to catch that nigga coming in and out. He put slugs in that motherfucker, boy. So now it get to the point where when Lil Steve died, folding him in the wick, they get a call. They get the call, folding them get to walking from the wick to the hood, to 60th. Remember I told y'all, Scrap moved right across the street from D Rose. D Rose lived on 60th in Indiana. He lived on 60th in Indiana. And then it's Michigan, Indiana, Prairie, right? These blocks is one after the other. Michigan, 59th, and Prairie. Scrap stayed on 60th and between Michigan and Indiana, right across the street from D Rose. Steve got killed on that same strip on the next block. On the next block. Remember I said Prairie come out to Indiana, he got killed in between Indiana and Prairie. Steve lived on between Michigan and Indiana on 60th. So they get the call, they grab pipe and walk to the hood. You feel me? You feel me? They instantly get the they instantly walk to the block. Before them get to 60th and Prairie, finna hit the corner. Soon as for them get to 60th, them niggas waiting in the alley. Them niggas waiting in the alley. It's Lil Steve and two of the guys. Them niggas waiting in the alley. A block away from Scrap Crib is where this shit happened. Bro. Same 60th strip, just a block down. Folks him hit the corner. Them niggas coming out the alley. Lil Steve was like the first nigga who was like a little bit ahead of everybody. So when they seen Lil Steve, they instantly got the blowing. Now two of the guys that was with Lil Steve, they get for cover, but they got they pipes too. Now they tossing. Lil Steve never moved. Lil Steve was standing in the street, telling them niggas, blow that bitch on milk, you niggas better blow that bitch. Why they blowing that bitch? And while one of the guys tossing back at them niggas, Lil Steve standing in the middle of the street, man, yelling, you niggas better blow that bitch, you niggas better. And when the dust settled, man, Lil Steve was in the street, had a neck shot. He took a shot to the neck. Man. And when he died, you know what I'm saying? Like he died for. And as soon as he died, his mom and them, man, they made the funeral private. All the guys couldn't even go to Steve's funeral. All the guys couldn't go to Lil Steve's funeral. His mom and them made it private, folks. You feel me? She didn't want a lot of motherfuckers there. She was mad about a lot of shit that happened in the year. Because she was so mad at the block because Lil Steve moved to our hood for a reason. Lil Steve did something in the hood where his hood was at that his mama said she wanted to move away from. Like, they was some shit Lil Steve did out there that wasn't, you feel me, that wasn't gonna serve Steve well. His mama moved him away from that. You know what I'm saying? She moved him away. And thought she was moving him away to save his life. And he still got killed in a year. So she ain't fuck with us. His mama, she wasn't rocking with the guys, folks. She made his funeral private. She wasn't trying to let the guys come kick it at all. Only a couple of the guys was able to get him Steve's funeral. And then when Scrapp and them got locked up for his murder, Scrapp got locked up for his body. You feel me? And then when he got locked up for his body, he went on trial and beat the body. So Scrapp back out here after killing folks or allegedly killing folks. He back out here running around. You feel me? You know they can't double jeopardy. So every time niggas beat bodies, they be talking about the body like, yeah, niggas know we smoking shit. Yeah, nigga, I'm out and I killed searchers. So they just be getting all goofy. You feel me? So now he back running around. You feel me? Ducking them at the trial and shit. They see one of the guys get on the stand and say that the nigga Scrap killed him and he still beat it. You feel me? So like he really out here talking shit now. Yeah, niggas try to get me booked, you bitch ass niggas and and he out here running around just talking shit. You feel me? Just woofing. Now he woofing even harder, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like that was some man, folks. Like I remember that shit. That's why when they got up with Shorty to the hood, it was like, damn. Feel me? Like, you feel me? That shit, niggas was, you feel me? Had, man, folks, it was crazy, folks. Lil Steve, but in that year span that before he died, man, like, he just, man, bro, like, Lil Steve just really, like, he was one of them ones, man.
After Lil Steve and D-Thing them and Baldy got killed, this was probably 2011. we had lost for them. This probably like December. This was in the wintertime for sure. So this like the end of 2011. This still ain't even 2012 yet. So, you know, we having a party, you know, in the hood. We in the party, right? And we, you know, like the party cracking, bro. It's so many of the guys in there. It's Front Street, 600. We deep, like we mobbing. It's the members in there. So on the, you know, like we like rapping as a party, like we saying like RP Steve, folk. And we saying somebody else, like we saying an op name. We yelling out, Long Lil Steve, woo, woo, woo. Like we yelling their name out over the music, folk. So as a party, we yelling it and sync the whole party. Fuck, woo, woo, we Steve, RP Steve, woo, woo. So, nah. The party folk going up. We all saying this stuff. We yelling RP folks and then yelling F another nigga folk. So, bro, I swear to God, I'm not kidding y'all. Out the blue, the music cut off. Like y'all ever watch them TV shows, folk, where like something crazy happen and it'll be like it'll make that DJ noise, like you know something finna, you know something, like whatever was going on, everything just stopped. Bro, I swear to God, the whole party, like it was like that DJ scratch, folk. I swear to God. So I told y'all, we yelling, RP Steve, woo woo woo, RP Steve, woo woo woo. Bro, why? I swear to God, out the blue, the music just went off, folk. And I swear, bro, it's like everybody knew when the music was finna shut off but me, bro. And I swear to God, y'all, when I yelled, I put both things together. Like when I yelled, bro, I had yelled and said, my dead homie. Like I said, fuck my own dead homie, folk. And the whole party heard me, bro. The whole party. And I remember yelling it hard as hell, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Like it caught myself and the whole party heard me, like. Yo, when I say I damn near shitted on myself, boy, not out of fear, but out of pure just, oh my God, I know I ain't just say this. Straight DJ scratch. Like I yelped it, everybody heard, oh, who the fuck and said, I heard a gun cock and everything. Oh, fall about to blow me down in this bitch. Who said that? Don't kill me, folk. I'm finna die. For them about to for them about to backdoor me, boy. This my last night being from this block. I promise you, boy, I'm finna have to go back down low. For them about to kill me in here, boy. But when I say y'all, everybody was mad as hell. Gee, I swear to God, my whole hood was in that party, y'all. When I say I ain't have a friend in that bitch, boy, I swear to God, everybody in that party was mad at me, boy. It was like I was in a fucking MOB party. I'm talking about there's Wick City niggas in here. 600 Front Street, like we really for them, all the members in here. So it wasn't even like this was like a little 600 kickback and only my block mad at me. On King David, for it's like the hood trio mad on BD, folks. I got O Block, Front Street, and the 6. Everybody pissed at me, folks.
he died in a year and a half, y'all. Like, Steve was not a nigga we was born with or was around a lot before, we graduated out of 8th grade, or we knew prior to, like, bro, he moved in the hood, and in 1 year's time, man, he was such a legend. He was such a legend. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was one of them ones, and he died when he was 14. Like, Lil Steve been dead 11 years. Lil Steve been dead 11 years, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people can't speak on Lil Steve because they weren't around. Lil Steve came and went. He was like a ghost. But yeah, that nigga was a real gangster, man. For him, he was a real gangster. He was a real legend, and he was a real demon. You know what I'm saying? Him and Scrapp had a personal beef with each other. Boy, they was, you feel me? It was really that. But I'm gonna tap in with y'all later on in the week, man. I just wanted to, give y'all the most spiel on Lil Steve and how he was, and how he came to be, man. I'm gonna tap in with y'all later this week. I'm out.
Man, folks. He told me you was a goofy for at least 2 weeks. D, now I said some more. What I say now, y'all? Because they tell me, y'all tell me I pause again, folks. What did I say now, folks? Please don't tell me I said something. If I ain't gonna lie, folks, if I'm just steady loosely saying freaky shit, folks, maybe it's a freaking meal, folks, or something, folks. Cause there's no way I'm steady saying freaky shit on accident, folks. There's no way, folks.